Hello, my dear students. This is RV Jambagi, welcoming you all for online lecture for ninth standard. Dear students, in the previous class, we studied these points. The point number one, that is fundamental physical quantities. Second, derived quantities. Third one, fundamental units. Fourth one, derived units. Fifth one, standard unit, and sixth one will be system of units. Let us recap on those points. By that, we are moving towards the lecture number 3. The physical quantities which are independent of any other physical quantities for their measurements are known to be as fundamental physical quantities. The physical quantities which are independent of any other physical quantities, those are taken as fundamental physical quantities. The physical quantities which are dependent of fundamental physical quantities for their measurement are known to be as derived physical quantities. Derived physical quantities are nothing but the physical quantities those are dependent on fundamental physical quantities. The units used to measure the fundamental physical quantities are known as fundamental units. The units which are going to measure the fundamental physical quantities are simply known as fundamental units. The units used to measure derived physical quantities are said to be derived units. The units used to measure derived physical quantities are taken as derived units. Students, we also learned the standard unit, why it is necessary. To recap that word or that sentence you may call, a standard unit is the one that gives same measurement when used by anyone anywhere. That is nothing but standard unit. Standard unit is the one that gives same measurement irrespective of a person, irrespective of place. So we also took their features are well. Students, we also learned system of units. First one, FPS system. For measuring the length, mass and time, the units are foot, pound and second respectively. That is nothing but FPS system. Similarly, length, mass, time are measured with centimeter, gram, second system. That is nothing but CGS system. Third one, length, mass, time are measured by meter, kilogram and second respectively. That is MKS system. And fourth one will be the system of SI unit. That is well accepted units, system of units, in which again the length, mass and time are measured by meter, kilogram, second respectively. The thorough study of that system of unit will be taken in the later part of this video. So these are all the recap of lecture number 2. Dear students, we stopped the last class by giving the hint of a story of NASA when they lost a spacecraft due to metric math mistake. So what was that mistake? This mistake, remember, gives the importance of present day international system of units. Let's go back to September 1999. After almost 10 months of travel to Mars, the spacecraft called Mars Climate Orbiter burned and broke into pieces. On the day, the NASA engineers were expected to celebrate, but the ground reality turned out completely different. All because someone failed to use the right units. Mark my words, all because of someone failed to use right units, that is metric units. The Mars orbiter was a 338 kilogram robotic space probe launched by NASA on December 11, 1998 to study the Martian climate, the atmosphere of Mars, and its surface changes. In addition to that, the function was to act as the communication relay in the Mars Surveyor 1998 program for Mars Polar Lander. There is also special program, a communication program for Mars Polar Lander as well. This space probe or this spacecraft built at a cost of 125 United States million dollar, 125 million US dollars. That is equivalent to the Indian rupees 943 crore 90 lakh 12,500 for today's cost. And in the 1999, this cost of Indian rupees was around 538 crore 25 lakh rupees. This was a huge budget program that was lost at the last crucial moments due to metric math mistake. That is really wondrous, isn't it? So this was the Mars Climate Orbiter. Wasn't that beautiful? I hope you are saying that beautiful only. Now, what was the mistake happened? If you are thinking, what exactly was happened? There are two teams working on that. Number one, that is Jet Propulsion Laboratory, which is controlling the spacecraft after the launch, and another team which was built the spacecraft, that is Lockheed Martian Astronautics in Denver, Colorado, western US state. So that was designed the spacecraft, whereas the controlling team will be the Jet Propulsion Laboratory. Lockheed Martian Astronautics provided the data, acceleration data in English system of inches, feet, pounds like that, whereas the Jet Propulsion Laboratory used to measure the metric system in terms of millimeters, meters, kilograms like that in their calculations. In doing so, there must be some conversion. Okay, conversion has to happen at crucial time, but the navigation team of Jet Propulsion Laboratory forgotten the conversion, that is from pound second square to Newton second square. They just forgotten to convert the data of acceleration pound second square to Newton second square. In the sense, the spacecraft was lost in the translation. That is really bizarre, This is very, very bizarre. Okay. That mistake was very simple, but the effect is like this. The cartoonist view, look at the cartoonist view on the incident, what is happening. That entire spacecraft crashed like this due to simple translation mistake of metric unit. We really wonder. Remember, this incident give the importance of present day system of SI units. After this event, loss of many US dollars, many Indian rupees, taught us a lesson to use international system of units. I hope you understood this story very well. Dear students, I hope you learnt from that story the importance of bringing international system of units. After that event, many countries adopted this system, that is the system of SI units. In this system was established in 1960 and later accepted in the year 1971, but it got the acceleration after 1999 event. In the system, there are 7 fundamental physical quantities. What are those 7 fundamental physical quantities? First one, length. Second one, mass. Third one, time. Fourth one, electric current. Fifth one, temperature. Sixth one, luminous intensity. And seventh one, that is amount of substance. There are 7 fundamental physical quantities in international system exists. Those are length, mass, electric current, length, mass, time, electric current, temperature, luminous intensity, and amount of substance. Along with these 7 fundamental physical quantities, we do have 2 supplementary physical quantities. They are plane angle and other one is the solid angle. There are 7 fundamental physical quantities and 2 supplementary quantities. Total 9 fundamental physical quantities being preferred here. I hope you are following all these quantities right. In the table, we are also having a unit and symbol as well. Physical quantity, that they are fundamental physical quantities and their units are taken as fundamental units. In international system, length is measured in meter and hence the symbol small letter m. Mass is measured in kilogram, that's why the symbol kg, kilogram, kg. Time is measured in second, it is abbreviated as small s. Electric current in ampere, that is the name of the scientist, therefore the symbol capital A. There are some rules for international system of units. Those points will be discussed in the later part of this topic. Now the temperature measured in Kelvin, that is capital K. Luminous intensity, candela, the symbol is CD. Amount of substance measured in mole, it is symbolized as MOL. These are the 7 fundamental physical quantities and their units along with their symbols. Second, that is supplementary physical quantities. Supplementary physical quantities are of 2. One is plane angle and the other one is solid angle. Plane angle is measured in radian and solid angle measured in steradian. Plane angle, the symbol will be RAD, you call it as rad, and solid angle is taken as SR, steradian, you call it as steradian. Okay, I hope you are getting these 2 points clear. Let's move on to some derived physical quantities along with the units called derived units along with their symbols. We have this chart. Go through all these points one by one. I am giving how the derived physical quantity leads us to the derived unit. So I am quoting few examples here. Before going to that, let's take these charts. Displacement symbol is D, unit is meter, the symbol of meter is M, small letter M. Area symbol A, it is meter squared or squared meter. M square will be the symbol. Similarly, you have so many derived physical quantities are listed here. Please go through to all those quantities and their units one by one. I am taking some examples here for derived physical quantities along with their derived units. For velocity, as an example, it will be the ratio of displacement by time. By your previous understandings, I can say that velocity will be displacement by time. It can be expressed in meter per second. Remember, displacement is the length. Displacement is the length. Therefore, it is measured in meter. Time is in second. The ratio of those two means meter by second, and hence it is expressed in meter per second. So velocity is the derived physical quantity because it has length and time. The ratio of length and time or displacement by time is nothing but velocity, and their derived unit is meter per second. Second one, acceleration. Acceleration is the ratio of velocity by time, and hence velocity is displacement by time. The overall result will be displacement by square of the time. That is the acceleration. That is, you may take it as length divided by time square. So that is derived physical quantity and can be expressed by meter per second square. Length is on numerator, that is measured in meter. In the denominator there is a square of time and hence second square. Therefore it is expressed in meter per second square. Similarly, you can quote the third point, that is force, which is equal to mass into acceleration. From Newton's second law you can write force is equal to mass into acceleration. Mass is measured in kilogram, acceleration measured in meter per second square, kg meter per second square taken as Newton. 1 Newton is equal to 1 kilogram meter per second square. So that thing will be discussed in the later part of this year. So anyway, force is measured in Newton. Force is a derived physical quantity because it contains mass and acceleration. Again, if you want to go into the depth of that, mass is a physical quantity, fundamental physical quantity. Acceleration has, from the previous point, length by time square. Again, mass, length, time comes here, and hence it is made up of those things. Therefore, it is taken as derived physical quantity and hence derived unit. Now, fourth one will be the work. Work can be given by force into displacement. Force, again, as I said, that it is measured in Newton and displacement is in meter. Newton meter is expressed as joule. 1 joule is equal to 1 Newton meter, and hence work is a derived physical quantity. Joule will be its derived unit. Similarly, the last example, that is density, which is equal to mass by volume. Mass by volume, mass is a physical quantity, whereas volume has length, breadth and height. Okay, length, breadth and height. So length, breadth, height all are the lengths, therefore mass by length cube, and hence the unit will be kg per meter cube. So these are all the examples of derived physical quantities along with their units. Keep in mind, derived physical quantity is the one which should contain what? Which should contain fundamental physical quantities. I hope you understood all these points. Dear students, this ends today's lecture on measurement. I will come you with more videos in the next week. Till then, take care of yourselves along with your family. Bye bye. And thank you very much for watching.